This is Rick Allen coming to you live from Daytona International Speedway for the Great American Race, the Daytona 500. The off-season's over, preseason testing is complete, and we're ready to start the season.
Welcome back to NASCAR Heat Evolution Career Mode with Leia Walker. Today, it's the Great American Race, the Daytona 500, and Leia Walker makes her NASCAR debut at Daytona. She starts in dead last. We tried qualifying, and she didn't do so well in 40th. She's trying to get used to her own team, getting used to racing with the big boys here in NASCAR. And this race is going to be 14 laps. I will have it set up to 7% of race length. And I will have 4x pit stops so that we can at least have 1 or 2 pit stops. Whoa, Kyle Larson goes for a spin on the very first lap. And no caution came out. The cautions are on. All flags are on. But for some reason, they didn't pull out a caution for that. That was a big spin. I think Kyle Larson might have blown over in that wreck, and she was just trying to get through, trying to squeeze through the field, and she got a little unlucky, and she just tapped Kyle Larson, and he went around, and no caution came out for whatever reason. I don't know why that is, even though I turned on cautions. I know I turned on cautions, but wow, I'm shocked that that wasn't a yellow. Anyway, she's 38th right now. At least she gained 2 positions. She's not going to start off good with her car because, of course, there's a low-rated sponsor and her car is not up to par with others in terms of speed. So she's going to struggle a little bit at first, but don't worry. We'll have some upgrades for the team, and that'll allow her to compete. And now she has gained ground on the rest of the field. She's slicing through the field. A little draft from David Reagan there, and I'm not sure why they have Tony Stewart in the late 30s. I know he's better than this in real life in NASCAR. Even he got a win at Sonoma, but why they put him starting in the 30s, along with names like Ryan Ellis, Brian Scott, and Eric Jones? I just don't understand. Tony Stewart is a little bit better in real life than some other drivers in the pack he's racing with. And I'm not sure why they put him in the 30s. It's a real shame because it's his last season in NASCAR. He should get a little bit more treatment. Probably start in the 20s or mid to late 20s in starting position and finish there. Or maybe even get in the top 10 or one or 2 races. But come on, guys. Tony doesn't deserve this kind of treatment. But anyway, Leia's slicing through the field, now up to 29th and up to 28th. Now she's competing with Chris Buescher, who actually won a race in real life in Pocono earlier this season in real life. Now she's getting on the only other female driver in the field, Danica Patrick. So 2 female drivers battling it out for the first time ever. And look at that. Leia is trying to give Danica a little nudge there. And wow, they're side by side. What are the odds of seeing 2 female drivers going side by side at a Sprint Cup Series race? How awesome is that? Anyway, Landon Castle is gone on the high line, and now Leia gets by Castle. And now she has her eyes set on Danica Patrick, trying to pass her for position, pass the other female driver in the field. And she will do so. And she finally got through Danica, so nice. Leia's ahead of Danica Patrick. And I'd say that's a realistic representation of where Danica should be running right now, in the mid-20s, although she has been involved in a lot of wrecks, I heard. Not as much as Brian Scott, though, this season, but Danica has had some struggles. I'm hoping she does a little better next season if she stays in NASCAR. But Danica is now trying to catch up to Leia, and Leia's pulling away in 24th position. And this is really not what Daytona is supposed to be. I imagine Daytona having every driver bunched up in like 3 or 4 wide, running into the draft. But now we see drivers pull away from each other. And that doesn't make any sense for a super speedway like this to happen. Usually they're like pack racing in 3 or 4 wide groups. Now I know they wanted to reduce the chance of wrecking, but man, these guys, it just doesn't look right, honestly. I thought I was going to be racing 4 or 5 wide all the time in Daytona and Talladega, because they are super speedways, but, well, this is just boring. Now, cars are separating, and it makes the Daytona 500 a lot more boring and other super speedway tracks as well. I'm hoping we don't get too much of this at Talladega in a couple races, if we could make it there. But anyway, she got through Michael McDowell. She's now up to 23rd, which is not really big, which is not really a big deal, but this is her very first race, and she's working on improving her car every race. Now she's closing in on Chase Elliott and Jamie McMurray. Elliott is running 21st. He should be a little higher, don't you think? Should be running in the top 10 right now, because lately Chase Elliott has just been on a hot streak as of late. And now Leia's trying to close in on Jamie and Chase. Oh, wow, she hit the wall. I wasn't focused there. I was a little too focused on those two. Didn't see the steering, and I hit the wall, and now she's just trying to keep 23rd away from Michael McDowell and Regan Smith. Oh, man, a little smoke there, trying to get on the apron. Well, he can't go below the yellow line, obviously, but tried the best you can to stay on the bottom as much as possible without going over the yellow line. And now McDowell's trying to pass the 28. And Leia gets by, and she stays in 23rd position. And now she's pulling away, so she's got a little bit more breathing room now to work with. And thank goodness, because Regan Smith was really closing in. Oh, now she's got the smoke again. She's just really trying to race it hard down the bottom. That's her best line here at Daytona, and she's doing pretty well. Like I said, she started in dead last in this race, and now she's worked her way up to 23rd. She's nearly in the halfway through the field, and that's not too bad for someone making NASCAR debut. Oh, now Regan Smith has caught up, and now she wants to challenge with Leia Walker. He wants to challenge with Leia Walker, I mean. Oh, man, I'm still making mistakes left and right. My apologies. Again, still getting used to this new kind of stuff. Anyway, now Regan Smith gets by Leia, and Leia's trying to fight back. And now Leia gets by Regan Smith again. Greg Biffle's caught up to the pack, and now he's a factor towards Leia. And I do apologize, I'm not showing you who the leader is. I can't see who the leader is, and it sucks, because I would love to see who leads this race, and it would be interesting to see who leads this race, but you can't do that here while you're running. So unfortunately, I won't be able to show the leader, but I will show you the results of this race at the end, just to let you know who won each race, just for show. And now Leia's trying to catch up to Jamie McMurray, trying to finally close in on Jamie after battling with drivers in the back for quite a while. Again, this doesn't really represent Daytona too much, because I was expecting pack racing. But now the cars are separated, and it's disappointing to see that in a super speedway like this. But, well, what can you do? I guess they wanted to give you a bigger challenge here in career mode, and I appreciate that, but next time they should be able to make it a little bit more pack racy and all that stuff. So anyway, 5 laps to go for Leia, 22nd right now. Dylan got by McMurray. She finally got through the one machine. Now let's see if she'll get through Chase Elliott. And it's rookie versus rookie here. Oh, I think Chase Elliott should be a veteran by now by the time Leia Walker makes her debut, but you get the point. And now she's battling with the 24 machine. And she's going to go by the 24 machine. And that's for 21st. She's making a name for herself. By the way, you can't change how the car looks. You're stuck with red, and you're stuck with the same look for your car in every race. Maybe the colors change if you change sponsors, but you can't change the colors yourself, which really sucks, because I really wanted to create this car my own. I wanted to give it yellow, obviously, yellow, red. I like the red though, but I wanted to add a little yellow to this car, but it won't let you do that, and that really sucks that you can't customize your own car. If you can in the game, let me know in the comments below, but I can't find a way myself on how to customize your own car. for career mode. So you can't, I don't know how to customize it. So let me know if you guys do know, or if you're stuck with the same pattern. And now she's trying to get through Martin Truex Jr. That's for 20th. Oh man, she's just getting loose and just going all over the place. Just going a little bit below the yellow line, but not completely below the yellow line, so that she doesn't get penalized and lose precious spots or seconds. And now Greg Biffle's challenging her. 3 to go. Man, this race is getting real tight in the 20s right now. And she's trying to hold off Greg Biffle for the to keep her position. Now Truex Jr. is in 21st, and Dylan made the pass on Truex, and now Dylan's 20th. So a nice run for the 3 machine, but we'll see if Leia could get by Truex Jr., the runner-up in real life in the Daytona 500. It's really sad that they put Truex in the 20s here in Daytona, and when he should have been running with the leaders at this point. But now, here she comes. Leia goes by Truex Jr. for the 21st position, coming to 2 laps to go. By the way, for those of you wondering, Pole One NASCAR Series Season 27 will be up, but I'm going to take a month off to focus on, of course, career mode and TA2 stuff. So be patient, and I will have more teasers come up, more paint schemes revealed on TA2's Facebook page. It's under should be under Pichu London. And follow me on Facebook and Twitter for updates on Pole One NASCAR Series Season 27. I will have more teasers coming up soon, which teams will be in and which tracks we'll go to. Daytona, of course, one of them. It'll be the start of the season, obviously, since this is the Great American Race. Anyway, 21st for Leia. Looks like she'll probably stay in that position because Austin Dillon has just pulled away. There's no hope of getting a top 20 finish to start now. But she'll try to hold off Greg Biffle, and we'll see if she stays in 21st. White flag has come out. I don't know who the leader is, and we'll have to wait until the end to see who wins the Daytona 500. This is our last lap here at Daytona, and now Leia Walker for the final time gonna go through turn 1, and so far so good, holding off against Greg Biffle. And probably going to get a solid finish out of this. So Leia Walker didn't do too bad in her debut, and she started dead last. And well, she worked her way up to the front, almost past half the cars, and was able to get through the 21st position maybe. And now we're in the final turn, and probably looks like it's going to hold off Greg Biffle to the line. And Leia Walker is going to finish 21st here in the Daytona 500. Not a bad start for the 28 machine. And she does pretty well here. She's going to do pretty well in the future in NASCAR for sure. And checkered flag finally comes out, and now it's official. She's 21st today. Let's see the speed rating, 85. I don't expect the speed rating to be way too high right off the bat. But I did get 300 fans from that race, and that's not too bad. 300 is a start. Now let's show you the final results from the Daytona 500. And Kenseth, Larson, Labonte were lapped, and the winner of Daytona was Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick took the win here in the Daytona 500. That's like his second Daytona 500 win, I think. Let's see how much we got. Well, the total with our sponsor and finish nets us $11,000, so not too bad. And obviously too early to determine where we stand in the points, but we'll probably be 21st, and that's where we are. We leave here with a tweet from Dale Jr. himself congratulating us on our first NASCAR race. Welcome to NASCAR. We will see you at our next race.